Let's go!
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So, if you're somebody who hasn't 100% honed in on their diet, or you're struggling with food cravings, you find yourself taking two steps forward and one step back whenever you're trying to get right, then I would highly recommend incorporating at least 10,000 steps a day into your fitness regimen. You'll hear people saying that cardio isn't necessary. Working in the fitness industry for many years, I would see people, specifically the professional bodybuilders, who would always say that cardio isn't something that's required. But what I've seen is that the reason they don't have to really incorporate cardio is because their diets are already super clean. These are the people who are on the rice, chicken, broccoli 6 times a day. If they're in a festive mood, they'll throw in some sweet potatoes. And so, yeah, when you're eating like that, you don't have to do cardio. You're going to lose fat, you're going to keep your muscle. And that's also what they're prioritizing. They don't want to get out there and do a bunch of running or take too many steps because their emphasis is preserving muscle. But you'll even see with them when they get close to showtime, they're definitely walking more. They're definitely taking those extra steps. They're definitely walking to the grocery store or wherever it is that they work. If it's close enough, I would see my manager do that. I would see him coming down the street because he would be walking to work to make sure that he's getting enough steps to get lean enough before a show. But for many people, they struggle with the fact that they can't eat that clean. And then when they do have a meal that isn't conducive to their fitness goals, or they crave to something that's really calling them, their salty chips or their candy, whatever it may be, it derails them. They move back for the day. They look at the scale because they're checking the scale every day. They get demotivated and it just causes a bad spiral. But if you're incorporating 10,000 steps, 15,000 steps, then you're actually giving yourself great insurance for when these things happen. And you'll notice that you're still making progress. I know this is something that I experienced. I was on this roller coaster all the time, and I would feel guilty if I gave into a craving, thinking that it set me back. But I started walking every single day, a certain amount of steps. It would be at least 10,000, but I find myself anywhere between 10 and 20,000. And what I would see happening is, even though on occasion I would have pizza with my kids or have just a craving for something sweet, whatever it may be, I would have that and I would still continue to make progress. None of those things would actually derail my goals, because if you're walking, at least for me, if you're walking that much, you're burning anywhere between 500 and 1,000 calories a day. And when you get to that space where you're burning 1,000 calories a day and you're eating relatively good, but you have cheat meals, maybe even a cheat day occasionally, you'll find that it doesn't completely set you back. You find that you're still making progress. If your day is not conducive enough, I'll put it that way, then you may find that you're holding steady, but you won't be going backwards. And when you avoid not going backwards, then you still have that motivation to pick up and get going the next day. And that's what I think is really important, is taking actions that are conducive to being consistent. If you go backwards, then you may say, you know what, I'm going to blow this off until Monday. And it's only Tuesday. Like, I'm already done for this week. I messed up. I went backwards. But if you could see that you're still within fighting distance of what it is that you're trying to accomplish, then it's just going to be another day. When the next day comes, you're going to just pick up and keep going. And that's really what 10,000 steps a day is. It's a fantastic safety net for the average person. Not very many people I've seen in my experience can eat as disciplined as maybe many of the people that you see on Instagram, maybe many of the people that you see on YouTube. When I look at them and I compare it to my experience in the fitness industry, being around many professional bodybuilders, a lot of these people are eating with the same level of discipline that they're eating. They may not be doing the same workouts, they may not have the same genetics. For some people, to be transparent, they may not be taking steroids or many of the other things that happen when you talk about professional bodybuilding. So that may be the difference factor between what you're seeing on social media. And many of these guys look fantastic too. Maybe they can compete, but at least generally speaking, that may be the difference maker between what you see on social media and what you see when people are actually on that bodybuilding stage. But it's the same standard. Many people may not be able to eat to that same standard because if they could, hey, many more people would be bodybuilders, many more people would be fitness influencers. But I think for the average person, incorporating 10,000 steps a day is really important to creating a fitness lifestyle that's conducive to being consistent. It's really important in helping you actually see the results that you are looking for. That's going to motivate you to keep going. So you don't have to feel terrible if you eat something that you didn't intend to eat. We are emotional beings. We already know that food is tied in very closely with our emotions. If we're anxious, if we're stressed, if we're happy, if we're sad, we kind of use it for everything that we're feeling. And so if you're living a regular life that I assume many people are, that I am, and you're working and you have a family and you have goals that you're trying to achieve for yourself, every day isn't going to be perfect. So try incorporating walking more, and you'll definitely see the difference. That's it. That's all I got for this one. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. If you walk 10,000 steps a day, if it's made a difference in your routine, share a comment below, and I'll talk to you next time.